Hello everybody, welcome to the Virtual Media Centre and the press conference for round 6 of the ABB Formula E Championship. We have our 3 team principals with us today: Allan McNish, team principal of Audi Sport ABT Shaeffler; Roger Griffiths, team principal of BMW Andretti Motorsport; and Ian James from Mercedes-Benz EQ. Good afternoon. Allan, we'll start with you. It says on the question that I've missed you, but I'm not sure that's true. It feels great to all be back together. Tell us about your time spent during the season suspension. Was it all still pretty busy at Audi?
Yeah, it was. I missed you, I've got to say, and I missed everybody in the paddock. It's good to be back racing, because at the end of the day we're racing people and this is what we do. And as much as we had the imposed red flag period, there was a certain amount of things you could do. It was very limited at the beginning because of lockdown and the fact that people were working from home or not working at all. But as soon as things opened up, then we were able to go testing, more thinking about season 7 than necessarily season 6. But at the same time, we always had a very big focus on Berlin, because when we knew it was going to be here, we knew it was going to be 6 races, we knew it was going to be a massively intense time, but also, I would say, a great opportunity as well, because it's like a kind of reset. And so from that perspective, for us as a German brand, and one that has been quite successful here in the past, and looking forward to it, but also very aware that friends across to my right hand side have got clearly the same ideas as us to try and take some trophies home.
You have a new driver this weekend in René Rex, 2-time DTM champion. How is that integration into the team?
Clearly, at any time through the season, you don't want to change drivers, because drivers and the team build up a harmony, and that was never the intention. Unfortunately, it happened. However, with Rennie, because he's been an Audi driver for quite a long period of time, he knows the systems, he knows the way we work. I have known him personally from our LMP times together, and he knows Lucas. So in that respect, I would have said it was quite an easy fit to come in. So from his perspective, it's about learning the car and the idiosyncrasies of driving a Formula E car relative to DTM and GT, where he's been racing lately. And so he's had some testing, limited though, and so it is going to be a baptism of fire, there's no question about it, because everybody else is at the end of their season, where he's just starting on his whole career, if you like, in Formula E. And so therefore, very pleased that he's part of our programme, but understand that it is going to be a difficult a baptism for him here in Berlin.
You are a man with boundless energy. Does 6 races in 9 days phase you at all? Is that going to be really tough?
Oh crikey, no, that's easy. That's why we're here. We're here for that. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough on the mechanics. It's going to be extremely tough on the engineering side of things. You've got to remember we're also reduced in numbers in comparison to what we normally would be. So we've got our mission control back in Neuburg that's trying to support, but it's at a distance and it's not the same as what it was before. And that is going to be tough for everybody, but it's the same for everybody. And I come from endurance racing, where you had to make it to the finish after a long, hard slog. So I'm ready for this one.
Best of luck, and we'll have some questions for you from the virtual floor later. Roger, let's move on to you, team principal of BMW Andretti Motorsport. Alexander Sims and Max Quinter still coming into this weekend. How are you feeling at this stage of the season?
I mean, it's been a wonderful season for us so far. I mean, it got off to a great start with back-to-back wins, both drivers. So that was really encouraging to show that the level of competitiveness within the team was equal across the garage. I mean, coming here, we're coming with aspirations of trying to take home at least one trophy at the end of the season, at the end of the 6 races. There are no team orders. We're going to let them fight. Maybe something will get imposed when it's mathematically impossible for one or other to actually win outright, but right now everybody's got the same equal opportunity to do the best job they can. So it's exciting. We're very lucky to be in that position.
Berlin's a very unique circuit with the tarmac, not tarmac, concrete. How is those sorts of things? How do you feel with those kind of variations coming into this weekend?
I mean, it's something we've gotten used to over the last few seasons of racing here. I mean, coming as Andretti, it was always a bit of a tough track for us. Last year, it changed that. We had both drivers in the points. It's a circuit, if you get off the racing line, it's tough to recover from because of the way that the tyre breaks down and you get a lot of the marbles on off the racing line. Hopefully we won't be going off the racing line. You know, that's going to be the interesting bit. I mean, certainly starting the 6 races in the reverse direction is going to make it challenging for the drivers. But you know, they're used to coming to new circuits, and they've just got to sort of put that behind them and just think it's just another racetrack. So you know, it's a unique atmosphere coming here, and it's such a shame that we don't have the public. But I think it's more important to be able to put the races on and demonstrate what Formula E is all about, even if it's racing without the fans.
Thank you. Well, best of luck. And Ian, James, now turning to you. I guess this, going on from what Roger was saying, this isn't really how you expected Mercedes' first home race in Formula E.
No, I mean, we like the challenge, and we hope we rise to that challenge, and this is certainly going to be a unique challenge in that sense. So you're going to have to count how many times I say the word challenge over the next 12 days. But at the end of the day, you know, I think the decisions that have been taken for the right reason, and we're just delighted that we're able to actually conclude the season in this way. And I think for all of us here, you know, representing teams which have home bases in Germany, it makes it especially special. So we'll see how the next few days plays out.
Formula E isn't just reuniting to race, it's reuniting to stand up against all forms of discrimination with its positively charged initiative, inspired by and aligned with FIA's purpose-driven campaign. Ian, you're the only team to have a presence in both Formula E and Formula One. How important has it been for you as a team to speak up on this matter?
I think it's massively important. I myself have been with Daimler now and Mercedes-Benz for 15 years, and we've always had a very strong stand against racism and against discrimination of any form. And I think that for that reason, the recent events that we've seen, it makes it even more important that we use the platform that we've got here to send a strong message, to take a stand. We're very fortunate in the fact that we've been able to align that obviously with our colleagues in Formula One. I think we've done a phenomenal job. We're here with our new livery, the black car with racism on the halo as well. So hopefully that messaging gets across. But it needs to then go beyond that. It needs to be not just about using this platform, which is important, but then actually following through with action. And for that reason, I think we're starting a number of initiatives to make sure that we can do a better job going forward.
Alan, Roger, anything to add on that matter?
I mean, from the BMW perspective, and also talking to Michael back in Indianapolis, I mean, diversity is really a key aspect of what has made, you know, not only BMW successful as an organisation, but also Andretti successful as an organisation. And I think it's something that we all respect, we all represent, we're all very supportive of, and you know, we'll show it in different ways. But I think it's a common theme, not just for our organisations, but running up and down this entire pit lane. I think we all are very much behind the actions.
I think also Formula E has always been about change, and it's always been about a message. It's racing with a message. And that message could be clean air, could be diversity, it could be many, many things, but I think it comes very nicely under this particular tagline. And for us it fits very well into Audi's global strategy as well, and its various different initiatives that are going on. So we're supporting it like everybody else is. We've got the hashtag down the side of the halo, and looking forward to actual positive messages coming out of this, as well as the actual positive racing we're definitely going to get.
Okay, great. Well, we'll now move on to some questions from the floor, and we will start with Jack Yormania, I never quite say his name. For Ian, how are you hoping to build on a strong opening season, and how are preparations going for the next season?
Yeah, it's been an interesting start to the season for us so far, or start to our campaign. We had the first races with some strong performances and exceeded, I think, our own expectations, it's fair to say. The last couple of races didn't go our own way, a mixture of own goals, I think it's fair to say, and also a bit of bad luck. But that's racing at the end of the day. I think that's, again, the exciting thing about coming here now is all bets are off, and we're hopefully as prepared as we can be, but as these guys have said, I think they're doing, or have done exactly the same thing in preparation for this, so we're starting to see what happens. Looking beyond that, obviously work had started a little while ago on preparation for season 7, so that's well underway. We're at the moment just looking to build on the experience that we've gathered over the last
question here from Hazel Southwell from Inside Electric. I'll direct this one to Roger. How have you been managing personal procedures and contingency plans for anyone testing positive for COVID-19 during the Berlin race?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we have some additional staff members based at the hotel. Hopefully they don't ever have to come to the racetrack, but you know, one of the fortunate things about being here in Munich or here in Germany is Munich's not so far away. So BMW staff are available to support us if we need it. We have a reserve driver on standby, already pre-cleared. So we've done everything we can. We're taking the Formula E protocols extremely seriously. We have actually gone above and beyond the requirement for Formula E. We know that this virus does not discriminate, and we have to be, you know, very careful about what we do. But hopefully everybody stays safe and healthy, and not just with our own organisation, but for the entire Formula E family.
Yeah, we've got time for one more here, and it's from Topher Smith from Downforce Racing for Allan McNish. Who else was under consideration for the drive replacing Daniel, and how easy a choice was Rennie?
Well, we're very lucky that we actually have got quite a group of drivers in the Audi racing stable at the moment, because if we take into the drivers that we had at the rookie test being Kelvin van der Linde and Mattia Grudi. However, Mattia and Kelvin have got their own racing calendar, and so therefore that naturally took them out of running in this particular Berlin weekend. With that, we looked at it, and Rennie fitted the bill insofar as he was available. He was very keen to do it, and we could plug him in to do some testing in advance. We always prefer to look within our stable than looking outside, and so therefore we are a loyal company, I would say, and I think I'm a product of that through my racing career as well. And so we're pleased that Rennie was able to help us out.